Hi, everybody. Video number 12 in social distancing and spreadsheets with Ms. Lamb. Today is all about sorting. We're going to be talking about how to sort your data so that it ends up in the order that you want it to be. Right now, if you notice, our data is sorted really nicely. We have first the date, and then the day of the week, and then the start time. So that we have from the earliest time, which is 12:20 a.m. on a Sunday, and then moving down. But let's say I actually wanted to know about trip duration, right? I wanted to know from greatest to least how long did people spend on their bikes. So in order to do that, I would go here near whichever column I want to sort by. In this case, it's column A, and click on this little arrow that comes up near here. And I would go to sort sheet. In this case, I want B to A because I want the greatest to the least. With letters, it's pretty obvious, but with numbers, A represents 1 or 0, and Z represents the highest number. So if I want from greatest to least, I'm going to sort my sheet from A to Z. Keep in mind, because this is such a big data set, you may end up with an issue that it takes longer for things to happen. And so this is clearly some kind of error, because that's a really long time for a person to be on a bike. 14,240 minutes. There must have been, I don't know, either the bike was stolen or there was some kind of issue, but you can see that there's a lot of people here in much more manageable time frames that they have their bike. If I wanted to do it from least to greatest, I would click here on the A again, and then I could sort my sheet from A to Z. And what sorting a sheet does is it actually allows me to sort, it keeps the data together, each row together, and it sorts based on that. So now I have all these people. Oh my, it's a lot of people who are on their bike for a minute or less. I don't know, maybe there was something wrong if people are on their bike for such a short amount of time, but not the point. Let's say now I wanted to sort it by male and female, right? So I could do here, sort my sheet from A to Z. I have the women first and then the men. And now I have my data about the women all grouped together. But let's say I actually want to get something where it's like sorted before, where we have 3 columns that are all sorting. First, we're going to sort by date and day, which is the same, because if it's a certain date, it's also that same day. But then we want to go by start time. And so we want to kind of sort by one category and then another category, and we can actually sort by as many categories as we want. For that, we want to do more than just sorting the sheet by one column. So we'll start by selecting the whole sheet, which again, we get to by clicking on the box between A and 1. And then we go into data and we choose sort range. What this does is it allows us to specify what's being sorted and how. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to tell it that our data has a header row so that it actually gives us the names and we don't have to remember column numbers. So we want it to sort first by date. Then we want it to sort by start time. And maybe we also then want it to sort by start station ID. So that within a specific time frame, it does that. But let's say we don't. Let's say we just want it by those 2. I can add as many as I want, and I choose A to Z for both. And now I'm going to press sort. And boom, I'm back to what I had. Actually, it seems that I had, I'm back to exactly what I had before, starting from the day of the week and the earliest. So you just learned 2 ways to sort. You're either clicking on a column and choosing sort from here, or you're sorting data. You're highlighting what you want to sort, and then you are sorting your data using sort range. Try some different sortings on your sheet and then come back to learn about filtering.